Hello, everybody. It's Demon here. Thank you so much for tuning into the Demoncast. You're listening to World's End, Episode 11. It's been about 2 weeks now, and I need to give you guys a cutscene. So, this is fun. Somewhere in Ironhold, there's a succubus, and she is sitting at her desk. She's got slightly tanner skin, white hair, very beautiful lady, scantily dressed. You know, she's a succubus. Guards hanging around this room. She's going through paperwork. When a guard walks in, and he looks just nervous as fuck, and she looks up at him and frowns because she knows it's bad news when somebody looks nervous. And she takes paperwork from him, opens it up, reads it. And she looks at this guy and says, "Where is Freeport?" And he says, I don't know, ma'am. She says, "Well, you have 24 hours to find out, or we're going to grind you up and feed you to the homeless of Dusttown. You got it?" He's like, yes, ma'am. And he shoots out. And she tells one of her guards, "Get me Arnold and Audrey. Give me Audrey." And some time passes where this woman walks in, and then this guy comes in. The woman is red-haired. She's in chainmail armor. She's got this tabard over it. It's got the symbol of Serenea, but it's kind of smeared out. And Aislinn puts a dagger on the desk, more towards Audrey, as this guy comes in. He says, "You called for me, my lady." He says, "Yes. Simple question. The princess of Ironhold, Jacqueline." Says, "Yes, my lady." "You didn't tell me about her sister." And this guy looks a little confused. "She don't have a sister." "Then explain to me how her sister is in Freeport and has notified the Empire of Flame, and they are now initializing their investigation." This guy looks horrified. This succubus snaps her fingers. Two of the guards come grab this guy. This succubus will hand the dagger over towards Audrey and say, "Please castrate him." That is the end of your cutscene. So, yes, Sam, who's a little boy that traveled, the feminine-looking boy who traveled with you to the Freelands, was Princess Samantha, second daughter of the King of Ironhold, who had been, died of unknown circumstances after putting in a rule that let his eldest daughter become queen. So that is a thing that does happen in the world.
Or is he still... Sorry, I've been getting talked to, so...
Basically, the boy apparently got the idea to... Well, boy, it's actually the girl, Samantha, got it in her head that she could get a hold of any Empire of Flame person and notify them of the circumstances in which people were sent out, or people, how this whole thing happened, and the Empire of Flame which oversees the country of Ironhold, can restart their investigation into the succubus's wrongdoings. Fun part is, you guys gave the ride to this kid. So, yes, that was a setup.
They're not looking after us for anything, are they?
Currently, your thought is no. But, we'll see
we
what
don't
happens.
have the kid.
That is true. It did change things when you left him in, Freeport.
Well, that's good.
So,
Abandoning kids is okay.
life lessons. Taught to you by D&D. Any stray kid you pick up might be a princess. Stay away. So it's been a couple weeks, and we're going to go to Dryas. I presume you like to spend some amount of time in your basement, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is fun.
Working with the wizard, to start, unless all that's already been set up.
The stalker thing hasn't.
So I'd be working with him to set that stuff up.
Okay. If you want to do the stalker guardian people, Arcana...
Oh, I need to wait for her to show up, don't I? Otherwise, they'll attack her.
You can just add her to it later, I guess.
Okay.
But basically, they're a little concerned because the Arcana stuff hasn't been working correctly. So they want to get you and Maybell to do the actual sealing ritual.
Okay.
To keep things themselves.
In their place.
Lies has been holed up in her place. You haven't seen her yet unless you go specifically visit her.
Well, I actually kind of would like to. If a weapon's masterwork, does that make it
enchantable?
Consider it, because I'm still using a regular weapon,
Okay.
like the same mace I've had the whole game, but it's not magic. So some things with that you don't take much damage from non-magical items.
Okay.
So like I literally don't do anything to some people.
Yeah. Masterwork allows you to put enchantments on it.
So I guess I'll go at some point, go talk to her and see if she can make that masterwork and work on an enchant, maybe.
Let's do that now. So you get to Liza's shop, and there's a note on the door that basically says, "Shop's closed, stay away. If there's something you want to see that's in the window, leave a note under the door."
So I open the door.
Well, it's locked. You can knock on the door
first.
And then you hear Lies says, "Can't you read?"
Not your chicken scratch. And then I chuckle.
I know, it's Dryas. Your humor sucks. She'll open the door.
Yeah. What's new?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Have you been okay while I've been gone? What's going on?
There's been some weird fluctuations with arcane energy. Trying to figure that out.
Like how?
Like, it has gotten to the point where once in a while it'll be overpowered, and sometimes it'll disappear. Completely.
Does that mess with the existing things that are already have energy put into them?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. So I've been trying to figure that out, and I'm not really interested in going outside right now.
Okay. I was just wondering. I've had this mace since when we were adventuring. This mace is pretty damn old. I was wondering if there's any way if you have time to maybe make it even somewhat masterwork and enchantable,
Okay.
or enchant it with
Well,
something.
if it's masterwork, if it's a masterwork quality thing, I can lay enchantments into it. Again, if Arcana stops working, you lose the enchantments apparently.
Does when it fluctuates back, does the enchantment come back into it?
Yes. Thank the gods that are left.
Okay. I have a spell that I can make stuff masterwork. I think it costs 500 gold,
Okay.
something like that.
All right. So, I mean, if you want to do that, she'll enchant it.
I don't even know what kind of enchant. Would
Yeah,
it just be a plus
don't
one?
spend five. No, it costs the amount it would take to enchant an item or make a masterwork item. I think, if I remember correctly. And if I'm wrong, then just buy a new one. Because a masterwork mace, I think, is like 330, if that.
Okay. I guess just or ask if she can procure me a new one and enchant it.
All right, what level of enchantment do you want?
Um, what would a plus two cost me?
So wholesale will be 4,000.
Or plus two? That's not bad. Um,
If I'm wrong, it's 8,000.
I don't think you're wrong. Uh, um, okay. We're not. Does she know just how to do the pluses, not any of the extra enchant things, like life draining or anything like that?
She can get you the other stuff, but it costs more.
Okay, I really don't know all the extras, so can I? I just say have her work on the plus two, and I'll come back when I figure out, or let's just say I told her whatever it is, and I'll let you know when I find it
Okay.
potentially.
It'll cost you 400, 300, or 4,330. That is wholesale. You can't get a discount on that because that is a 100% discount.
Yeah, I'll give you a tip too. I just because I know you help us out, so I help you out.
Yeah, welcome back home.
Thank you. If you need anything, just let them know. Let us know. Anything.
Yeah, how are you with curses?
Breaking them or making them?
Making them, actually.
I used to not be any good. I could probably practice at it. What kind of curse?
It's odd to make things. That's a good question. How are you
Because,
at? Well, you don't know anything about crafting, do you?
well, my god used to be pissed off when I did bad things, so. But
Okay.
now that my god's not there, I can experiment more.
I
I
might,
have engineering skill.
I might need some type of if you can do like a disguise self spell, could really use to work that into some type of enchantment.
I probably can. I can probably do that.
Jack has a disguise. Jack knows disguise self, just out of character.
Yes,
Okay.
and out of
Yeah, I
character,
can
you're
either.
arcane, and that's her problem.
Oh,
Ah.
so it wouldn't work. Oh, I'm guessing she knows it too,
Oh yeah, she knows it.
but she can't get it to work.
She can't
I
get it to
can
be done.
try.
Yeah, okay. I'll work on your mace. You work on getting me like the scroll of disguise self, and we'll see if we can figure out how to put it on an item.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. I'll get that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
As far as your guardian people, it's gonna take Maybell, your wizard, and you to bind it, basically.
Okay.
But at some point, you are down in your basement, and you can be rummaging through the computer, which is,
Yeah.
for those who forget, it is an octagonal room. And in the center of said octagonal room is this giant yellowy glowing crystal. Built around this crystal is a machine of sorts. There's an octagonal around this thing with all kinds of buttons and physical screen type things. This is a giant mechanical computer, essentially. Can you read Dwarven?
No, but he might be able to. He is out. He has to be out to run the computer, doesn't he?
No. You can manually run the computer, or you can plug him into it and have anything you want.
I would have had him out anyway.
Okay. So at some point, you get the brilliant idea to, check out the Dwarven stuff, because you've never seen it, because you can't read Dwarven. And, Key's telling you about some of the stuff that's in there, and he can pull you up a map of the catacombs.
Okay.
And you can point to stuff and say, what's that? And basically you find out that there is a Dwarven quarter, which is interesting. And there's some other rooms that are apparently portal rooms.
Okay. I would ask does he know anything about him, or do you just know the map?
Oh, no, I know about this. So the Dwarven quarter is, it's basically where the dwarves used to live. And it goes up to the surface. I think the entrance might actually be blocked right now.
God, I hope it is. I didn't know there was another entrance.
Yeah, the entrance to the Dwarven quarters. And then there are the portal rooms, which is where Varro's Will got its, supplies of demons and devils that lived here as well.
I didn't know demons and devils lived here.
To be fair, when you first entered Varro's Will, you were greeted by a devil.
I don't remember that. It's been too long ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but he walked up to you and landed you a flyer, and he's like, "Join us at the Church of Asmodeus."
Oh.
Worship our evil god.
Okay. Do you know if the portal can be activated without me activate? Like how does it get activated?
Well, the activation switches is on this side. It's a pretty simple little setup here. Basically, there is a ring inscribed into the floor, and there is a mechanism that moves like a tile. And you can push you hit the lever, and it'll push the tile in, activating the ring, and it activates also a kind of a weighted mechanism that pulls it back a few seconds later. So you can only allow one person to travel in through it at a time. That way we don't have a flood of demons, and we can control who comes through here. Because not all demons and devils are good to have in your city. Though the policies were quite open.
Yeah, I don't think in the current city any demons and devils are pretty good for our city.
Yes.
So can this portal be activated from the other side?
No.
Okay. And
it, however, can be deactivated from the other side.
How do you mean?
They could destroy their side's ring, and that would allow you to not travel back and forth.
Okay, so there is a possibility of if somebody went through, they could just stand back in the thing, and I can pull the thing, and they'll come right back through.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Generally, we had an operator and a guard.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay. We need. Okay, let's look through some more stuff. We need to go through there in a little bit. What else is in the Dwarven thing?
Essentially, it's city design stuff. All the stuff of where buildings used to be and the flows of your canals and shit.
Okay.
There's like a map of the way the city was before Varro died.
Okay.
I mean, you can't really get any more useful information out of it. But being as you guys never looked through the catacombs, that's in there.
Okay.
So now you know what it looks like.
So, is anything down there with me besides my construct? Will the stalker follow me
Nope.
and attack with me? So it just stays in there and
It is bound to a certain area.
Okay. Well. Oh, great. Because we need to know if that hole's open, and we need to know if how to close it if it is, and because I don't want people coming in here. So I guess we'd try to be as quiet as we can to look around. Me and the construct be quiet. Yeah.
Do you want to enter into the catacombs?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. You pass a couple dead rust monsters that were supposed to kill you when you were level 4.
Well, I'm glad they're dead. Because I don't want my armor dead.
But other than that, yeah, it's empty. You can find your way to past these portal rooms. They are there. You can look in on them. There's this big thing inscribed in the floor, and then some desks and stuff, lever mechanism, and then you find a doorway that you can open up, and basically enters into essentially what looks like a large hole with like staircases and stuff going all the way around, and it looks kind of like an underground city like you might find in the Dwarf area. It is lit by these red lights. Apparently some type of divine magics or something. Like a permanent flame type deal.
Yeah.
But it is otherwise deserted. Some creepy crawlies skitter around.
Are they big enough creepy crawlies to attack?
No. The staircase that goes up to the city is caved in. So,
Okay.
I mean, you find the staircase, but then you find rocks and dirt and roots and shit.
So I can't get there?
No, you'd have to clear that out.
I don't like this. Can I use stone shape to, I guess, just smooth it over and remind myself where it is in case I ever plan to go back? Like make it smooth, like nothing was even there. It's just a wall.
Sure.
And remind Key, tell him keeping his memory that there's the city pass there, and if anything, we hear anything down here, probably that's where the entrance is. If we need to go down there.
Sure, I can convert that to my memory.
So, and then I definitely want to get this wizard's been all down through everything. Get the wizard and have him set alarm spells down here.
Yep, you can have him do that.
I know if anything's moving through here at all. I want alarm spells on the portal area too.
Yep.
I want to know if anything moves through here really.
Consider it done.
Yeah. We really don't need somebody bringing up an army of demons. And then once that's done, I guess I'll go back and keep on looking for anything.
Okay. When's the next time that you're going to contact your celestial stalker?
Probably after it's been a couple weeks. Probably get a little anxious. And
it has been a couple weeks.
Okay. So probably use it and be like, what the hell?
Where are you when you
Any
use
closer?
this?
Probably not in the basement, but probably in the keep.
Okay. So you're in the keep. Let's just say main floor. It's got a high ceiling, whatnot. You cast your spell to your divination spell, and you hear something above you. When you look up, you see these. You recognize them almost immediately, or should recognize them almost immediately, as the centerpiece of the symbol of Arita. It's kind of this four-pointed star. It's the bottom point is longer, and there's 6 of them. There's 3 larger ones and 3 smaller ones alternately, and they circle around with their backs towards each other. So like there's these things circling above you. It's a good 8-foot circle, diameter circle, and it shimmers slightly, and then a desk falls towards you. You want to roll me a reflex save? Told you I was going to drop a desk on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not entirely certain how long you've been out, but you can push this desk and a couple chairs off of you when you regain consciousness. Does Dryas wear a helmet?
Always wear a helmet when you're riding D&D. Yes. Sure.
There's a dent
Probably
in your
say
helmet.
I was gonna go out do some.
Sure.
But it's magical. I didn't think it could be dented.
It pops itself back in place once you realize it. Right. Yeah. That hit you pretty hard.
Good thing I was wearing that helmet.
So there's a desk, and it's this really nice, fancy wooden desk. And it's got like ink and scroll or parchment papers and a scroll case. And there's a couple chairs. If you pick one up and you sit in it, it's a really comfy chair. Just super comfy.
Nice. I take it and go put it down in the basement.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
Is the desk made out of mahogany?
No. It is an astral oak. Way more fancy than just regular mahogany.
Oh, is it broke?
Mahogany.
It's a good shape. It survived the collision with you pretty well.
Nice. I'm gonna keep the desk then too.
Okay. And there's a scroll in the scroll case.
Pull it out and look at it.
Major Miracle.
Nice.
Which is more powerful than the Miracle spell, because I looked at the Miracle spell and said, that's bullshit. I want something game-breaking. So, yeah.
Well, I put that and keep it close to me.
So, I was recording this. Yeah, and the whole time she was looking down at you, laughing.
See? She's okay with it.
She does not expect a relationship from you. That's long distance. Really long. Really long interplanar.
Well, at the end of this game, she'll work for me, so we can be in a relationship.
There you go. It's the secretary.
No comment.
It's always the secretary.
I'm thinking a comment from Bill Clinton.
Nice.
Do you know how social relations with this lady?
Yes.
I have
Got a problem with that? I'm
not
like,
had
God. Great.
You have a problem with that? Boom, dust. Anybody else have a problem?
Sorry, I just don't have much for Noriko at the moment.
Not surprising.
That's okay. You're gonna have to do a lot of talking next game. Kill's not showing up.
Okay. Oh, great.
So, Dryas.
Yep.
You're in your basement.
Always.
Yeah, you just put your chair down there. It's super comfy. You can sit on your computer and look at all kinds of interesting stuff. The big crystal thing that sits there and kind of glows and provides power towards your computer thing dims. And your computer gets kind of slow and chunky.
I would glare at it and sigh.
These little orbs of light start popping up everywhere. They seem to like to float around this big crystal.
Can I tell them to fuck off?
Yes, you can. They don't appear to listen to you.
I suggest eating one.
I try to eat one.
Okay. They're kind of like, you know how like the big fluffy balls of floating seed, like dandelion seeds and stuff are? They're trying to like that difficult to catch, if you've ever tried to catch one of those. But you can catch one and you can eat it, and it doesn't really have a taste. And it clearly wants to come back up.
No, not again.
If you're really focused on eating it. And you hear footsteps.
Okay. And no, it's staying down.
Yeah, you're focusing on keeping your spirit you ate down. And from behind the wall that enters into the catacombs, you can hear the faint sound of some type of kind of off footstep, like one hitting a little harder than the other foot.
I have magic alarms. Does any of them go off?
No. And whatever, it apparently makes its way past the illusory wall that you had put up. And it's standing outside that door. And the door starts opening. Okay, yeah, you tell your construct to go shut the door. Construct is unresponsive. So this stone door is going to move itself out of the way, as it is supposed to. And behind it is this thing. It's about 6 foot tall. Its flesh is kind of pink, almost looks rotting. One leg is kind of larger than the other. One arm's kind of larger than the other. It has
quick question. I consecrated the ground. Does that help?
Nope.
Damn it.
Yep, I know. Let me finish. Its skin has like all these little spines sticking out of it. It is wearing like these. It's like a orange robe type thing and kind of orange pants. It has it's kind of balding type hair that's kind of slicked back. It's got horns on each side of its head, but like one large horn kind of sticks straight out from just off center over its left eye, which causes it to have like this big brow on its left eye and this little tiny red iris underneath that you can almost barely see. The other eye is like this pure black looking thing. It's got on its right side, it's got 2 small horns that kind of stick out to one side. It is basically ugly as sin. It's got a short, stubby tail. And it looks at you and goes, "Oh, shit."
Obviously, you can speak. What the fuck are you doing in my basement?
I just wanted to see if the lack of arcane energy affected the computer room.
I pull out key and put it towards his throat. It did, but who the fuck are you?
I have your mace done.
Full story, bro?
Generally, you call me Lies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Can I read thoughts? You thinking anything?
Dryas gets a will save. I gotta go look up what her will would be. Do you know what the DC to this is?
No, and Jack's gone. Otherwise, he would
Well,
know.
let's. It's probably your. I think he said it was your higher score, so that's probably your wisdom. So what is 10 plus your wisdom?
10 plus my wisdom is 20.
Plus
Or my wisdom modifier or my wisdom total?
your modifier.
So 20.
Okay, yeah.
Your wisdom modifier is 10?
Yeah, I have a 30 wisdom now.
Holy Jesus.
I'll let you guys stack too much.
I'm sitting here with a 20 dexterity being happy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I wasn't happy. I had to get more.
fails to save by 1.
All from that item you gave me. Or let me have.
So you get to read thoughts. Intelligence of like, I think it's like 20 or 22 or something.
I think it was, I don't remember.
And surface thoughts are more along the lines of, well, this is fucking shit. Not what I wanted to run into. How do I explain this one? So, are you gonna put the sword down?
I will if you can explain this one, because this is kind of fucked up, bro.
Remember how I asked you if you had any type of disguise self stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's the reason I look like a little tiefling girl. Cute, yes. So, no arcana means not working.
What the fuck?
So, here I am.
So, what are you?
Well, in the words of my parents, damn ugly.
You just more shocked me not knowing what it was, and this place is supposed to be pretty well defensed.
Yes, well,
So,
arcane alarms, not working.
god damn it.
And I did put a lot of this shit in.
How are you getting in here?
Through the entrance. Oh, well, I found the catacombs a while ago, and I had a tunnel dug into it from my shop. So I didn't have to go through the front door without you,
Yeah, that's
because
not a nice thing.
you got the damn key for it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's because I won with it. Sorry, I just happened to be the one that stayed. Everybody else has done their own thing, so
Yeah, well,
I don't like not knowing people, like having people in my house without my knowledge. This is very disturbing to me.
understood, but you've been gone a while.
What do you do while you're down here?
Just look at the research logs of Varro.
You don't take anything?
I have no need for the shit down here, other than the information.
Would she tell me her race at least?
Oh, she's tiefling.
What?
She's just the ugliest fucking tiefling you've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sorry. In this case, he is tiefling.
Oh, good God.
He stares at you with
yeah.
his one good eye. And you hear footsteps.
God damn it. Do you have friends?
No,
And what the fuck is that?
don't know.
Well, I'm gonna need your help, apparently.
Right. Reaches in his sleeve, pulls out the metal rod that you've seen Lies pull it. Now that you realize it, this is the same outfit that Lies was wearing, except it's not all bound up by ropes to make it hold smaller. And what comes through the dark is your Samerson wizard person.
Okay.
And he goes and says, "What the fuck is that?" Pointing at Lies.
You know, Lies. Apparently, arcane magic is a bitch.
So
This
Lies looks at you glares at you with the one good eye. "Oh, thanks. You really had to tell him who it was."
Well, I didn't want him to try to attack you.
"With what?
And
He's a wizard."
I don't. And so are you, but you've worked with him enough. We're all friends here. We've pretty much made this the hardest place to get into in the whole northern place.
"You're right. I know him. I know he's a wizard." She's gonna start moving towards the Samerson guy, wielding a club.
I will jump in front.
"Oh, come on, just let me club him once."
No,
It's
you've
like,
worked together.
What? No, wait, what's going on? Lies. You don't look like
Yes,
Lies.
Lies isn't a little tiefling girl. It's a big tiefling dude. Long story, apparently. I don't judge. I just want to know, and get annoyed by not knowing. But
And here I thought
sure
maybe it was like one of Lies' terrible summons. "I swear I'm gonna kill you."
Lies. We can't kill him.
"He'll reincarnate."
I know, but I need his knowledge. I need your knowledge. We all need each other's knowledge. Especially if we're going to try to get through whatever the fuck's happening.
Oh, so the spirits suddenly disappear. Your crystal starts glowing brighter again. This thing that is supposedly claiming to be Lies shrinks down into cute little tiefling girl.
Well,
Fuck,
looks
at least
like
I feel
Arcane's
better.
back. Well, magic's back.
Your Samerson looks at Lies and says, "You've got a lot of explaining to do." Lies goes, "Fuck you." Oh, your construct's working again now.
Okay.
So, since you guys were down here, did you notice that the computer worked while everything was going wrong?
You said it slowed down, but it was still working.
Oh, that's good.
So
that means it's partially divine or something.
That's good.
Yes.
Shit. No, it's not.
Oh. And then,
Divine's gonna fuck up soon, too.
he's standing in the doorway, so the alarms start going off. Oh, fuck.
Get in here.
Yeah, I'll turn it off.
Close. So,
Okay.
I told Lies I would prefer if you didn't come down here without me, but you can come down here with me and look at the computer if I'm here. Especially now that I have protection down here from anybody but, well, was Lies part of the group that it's not going to attack?
Yeah. Had to be there.
God damn it.
She's kind of the one that focuses on summoning things like strikers.
Well, fuck. I would just prefer it. There's a reason why I'm being very paranoid. I don't want people in here without me because, I mean, this is worth a lot. It's vast knowledge, so I would like to keep it protected. And
A vast amount of now practically useless knowledge. a lot of
We
this
don't
is
know.
arcanely driven.
You don't know that it's not going to eventually, all this crap's not going to eventually pass.
It's true.
So,
All right.
is your end magically warded and stuff? Like, it closed up pretty well?
Well, it was, but now everything's arcane. So, you want to help me put in one of your little striker things on my end? That would be great.
Like what? Like right
Well,
below the door or
Yeah,
entrance or
in the tunnels. We'll
or
we'll fill the tunnels with some unsavories.
sure. Let's do
As long
that.
as you bind them, they won't start running around.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Okay. So, let's go to somebody other than Dryas for a moment. So, Jack,
Yes.
you want to get more on the people in this town, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, given enough time, you can find quite a bit of stuff. Alexis Ravenhold has spies. He has scouts everywhere. He has blackmail on everyone. And though you have not necessarily found it, or found what these things are, you know he's got stuff. He owns the contracts for everything. He has ties to all businesses. And he also stays kind of in the background of the other nobles while the other nobles kind of fight each other. Reginald's a pretty simple person. His wife hates him. He uses his brothel often, which, again, he's just kind of a
wife hates him.
lustful bastard. Riven Deep, Harold, he's kind of the embarrassment to his family in Black Mesa. He has a taste for narcotics, booze, and floats both on men and women. Yeah, both ways. Isabella Shore, the half-elf girl, she's a bit more methodical. You figure out she's got spies everywhere, and she is trying to become...
What was her name again?
Isabel Shore. Is trying to become regent of the city, basically. Oren Isle, he's a quiet, deep-thinking person. He seems to be after control of all food production, and he's got his eyes set on the Ravenhold Mithril mine.
All food production. What?
You control the
all
food,
the
you control
fields-
the people.
That's such a weird way to do it, though. Like, it's probably the best way, but nobody's ever done that.
Tell that to the Egyptians.
Say, what about somebody holding all the food we own?
He's not holding all the food. He's attempting to gain control of all food production and distribution.
Yeah, I would not let that happen because I helped build them, and they own the Ravenholds. We gave them one
Oh,
to keep.
to
The other
Jack,
ones,
Royal. This town has towers, and these towers are basically like artificial grow systems with levels that they can actually grow food on. Magical lighting and shit.
Okay.
So he's definitely after some of them, as well as fields and foraging and everything.
if I hear anything about that, I would fuck him up. Just saying, he's not getting the food from this city or controlling it.
The Trailbot brothers, Mitchell and Thomas, they want control of all trade and manufacturing in the city. They're the kind of guys that like to use intimidation and force. They like to play kind of a good cop,
Are
bad
these
cop.
the guys building the road?
They're trying.
Okay.
They like to play the whole good cop, bad cop, or good noble, bad noble person. I think Michael's tend to be the asshole, while Thomas comes in and is like, no, I'll get him off your back. Just help me do this. They've got spies on all the other nobles, and I mean, you walking around with your detect thoughts, you get people that are like, just sit here and wait and list everybody who comes out. Simple job. It's really boring, though. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Torrin's not big enough to be in control of the city, nor does he actually give a shit. Yeah, but he does the shady dealings with the lower, darker side of the city. He likes gold, booze, and women. And,
All reasonable things to like.
yeah. You've met him. He doesn't want to be near you after Keanu ruined his nice exposition. Oh, and so, yes, he was cheating the entire time. But he wasn't using sleight of hand. He was using his girls to basically relay information.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does Jack know that? Did Jack figure that out?
You want to give me an intelligence check?
Sure. Just roll plus intelligence modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No. A month down the line, you might be like, I don't know, taking a bath or something and be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, because if when Jack finally figures that out, it's actually going to irritate him because it implies that he wasn't using his own skill to do it.
Mm-hmm. So, we are going to move to a different cutscene. Now, if there's anything else you want to run into, basically, is there anything you're looking for specifically?
Nope. Just any way to make some money because Jack doesn't have that much, and you would like it.
Okay. Yeah, kind of upcoming city. It's mostly just goods based. Though you could always spy for somebody. Sell information you've gained.
Nah, Jack doesn't want to spy for anybody. It's already spying for one person. It's too much work.
All right. You guys are moving into fall. Leaves are starting to change. Yeah, it is starting to get cooler. And we are moving into a cutscene. So, Jidai Nakashita has an internal canal system that feeds off of the river. It's the West River, runs all the way from the top of the Freelands out to the Star Sea. And this river is often frequented by river nymphs. They pop up every once in a while. They're kind of your Joker type people. They like to play pranks on people. So you'll be sitting next to one of the canals or something, and you'll get splashed by a bunch of water, and you'll be drenched, and there'll be some nymph laughing at you. So coming from the east side of the river, there's a thing that's basically like a raft or a boat type deal, and they got a rope stretched across the river, and they have somebody that just kind of pulls the boat along. This river nymph goes to pop up and splash the people on this boat. She surfaces and freezes. And she just kind of sinks down into the water as Harok kind of looks down at her. Harok is a witcher. He's a druid. And he is a big guy. He stands 7 foot tall. He's got big dreadlocks. He is a minotaur. Huge lumbering guy. Big wooden staff. And he has come by here, and he's got several people following him with small carts and horses, so it takes a long time to get across the river and into Jidai Nakashita. And he is going to be doing a presentation in the center of town. So you guys can all, watch this. They set up for it. And Harak has this loud, booming voice. And he wants, attention, everybody. Refugees from River's End, citizens of Jidai Nakushita. I am here looking for people to move into the newer levels of Caldera. It is a city. And he's going to tap his staff on the ground, and mist. It's like this foot-deep mist kind of just fans out across everybody. People pick their children up so they don't get lost in the mist. And the mist starts forming like this cylinder. And he starts explaining, Caldera is this city built in the caldera of a volcano. And they're using the geothermal venting and energies and stuff for kind of all their needs. And they need people to come live and work in it. And this is a good place to get people because there's a whole bunch of refugees and shit from River's End. He says, if living underground like dwarves, though it is much nicer than the dwarves live, there's some dwarves that scoff at him. Perhaps, and he taps his thing again, and like the mist shifts, like the ground is moving, and you see another city, an above ground city. For those seeking more adventurous lives, there is the city of Caldera, city of heroes. Wait, not Caldera. Citadel. City of heroes. I'll explain that's where a lot of more adventure-type people end up, and it's got thriving economies and shit like that. And he explains that they're moving out in 3 days, and anybody who wants to come, start signing up. And you guys all get to see this. So if you have any questions about it, I can answer them now.
Jack's fine with just following along with whatever everybody else does.
Okay. There's a bunch of people that
he thought the mist thing was pretty cool.
Yeah. Bunch of people are interested. Some people are not. It was a nice show. And there's guys that take information from people. And
I guess ask him, does he have abilities to protect himself on the way there?
Yes. We have abilities. Certainly, we are okay with employing other escorts, depending on the amount of people. Though we have several. He kind of motions towards like these. They're caravan guards and caravan drivers and shit. They're well armed, and this guy looks like a pretty powerful person himself. Are you offering for escort positions?
Talk to me in 3 days. See how many people you have, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. Perhaps we'll see. 3 days are going to pass. They're starting to actually build up their stuff. They've filled all their carts. They're taking a few other carts. They've gone around town and purchased all the crystals that you get drops from the Inagi. So the black creatures that drop the crystals.
Hey, whoa! Where are they getting them from?
Wait, what?
Where are they getting those crystals from?
Well, people get them from Inagi, killing the Inagi. And so there's several places that have some that are selling them. Torrens, the Black Ridge shop, has some of them. Lies has some of them, though she apparently missed out on it because she's not going outside.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought we had some. I didn't.
You
know
have
that
some
there were...
if you want to sell it.
I'd rather keep them. They might be useful for me.
They make it known that they're looking for them. Yeah, they have a good number of people that are going with them. A lot of people are actually armed. They'll probably be fine, but you can go talk to him again. And he's pretty confident that. I mean, it's a long road. Well, trail. There's not really a road. But he's not too concerned. They had no problems on the way up here.
I asked him how many they have.
There's about 100 people going with them. Figure about 25 of those people are armed, and a good 20 of those 25 are like actual guards and stuff. Some of them are the surviving River's End mercenary army. Stuff like that.
Okay. How many people fit on our ship?
That's a good question. It's a smaller ship. I mean, you can only sleep about 10. But if you wanted to load up your ship with people, you could probably get a good 30 uncomfortably.
Damn. Yeah.
Which does remind me, did you want to go through and try to get your horse?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll discuss that as soon as you're done talking to this guy.
Do you think you might need more help?
I think
Or
that
do
we
you
are
want more
fine.
help?
We are not passing through towards Black Ridge. We don't have to deal with the twins. So, Black Mesa. So, we won't have to pass the twins area. So, I'm sure that we'll be fine.